Yes, yes, my man. We're back. Episode 3, Beyond the Ropes. The Cameron
Episode
John
3.
Boxing Podcast.
Let's
How you doing,
go,
bro? You
let's
good?
go, let's go. I'm good, man. I'm good. Good week. How's your week? All good?
Yeah, all good, thanks. All good, thanks.
Loads of
Go
news,
straight
right?
into it.
Jesus.
Let's
Yeah.
go straight into it, guys. So, I want to start off with Anthony Joshua v Dillian White. It's
Yeah.
announced. I mean, what do you think of that fight? I think it's a good fight, right?
I think it's a good fight if it's leading up to something, obviously. If it's leading up to the Wilder fight, then it's a good fight.
Yeah.
I guess it's a good fight, like a good precursor before the main sort of fight, because you do need to fight people before you have a. But then I think we had this conversation where we said, is that a risk, right? Him fighting him if he's going to fight Wilder.
The thing is,
Yeah.
Eddie heard and stuff. All the rumors are that it's more or less penciled in against Wilder, as long
Okay.
as he wins. But if he loses, the fight's done. Which is obviously
Yeah.
that makes sense. But I mean, there's not. We've spoken about the fight enough. I mean, there's not much to say. I mean, there's rivalry there. I think it hits different when the announcement comes in. So obviously it's announced now. So I'm intrigued to see the build up. Like, they're both mature now. It's 8 years since the last fight in 2015.
Yeah, that's true. It's a long time. Yeah.
So I mean, there
Things
will
have
be that
happened.
build up there. I think it will be heated. They don't probably like each other. We've got that history.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it. I mean, what's
I
your
mean, I
prediction
can't.
for that fight?
I can't see anything but an AJ win. Because
I mean.
even though we all, AJ hasn't reached the heights that we wanted him to reach, let's say,
Yeah,
his boxing has improved. I mean, he's much more better technically. He has got better head movement now. He improved so much against Usyk, but he's just not on Usyk's level, which is fine, right?
100%.
Usyk is world champion. Usyk is like one of the best boxers in the world. So
Counterpart
but-
number one right now.
yeah, 100%. So he is, yeah. So and AJ, I would say, is arguably on Wilder, that sort of tier, in terms of that's probably the level of opponent he should be fighting, right? I think people like Fury, Usyk, I think maybe they're a tier above him because they've been in the game for so much longer. They have the technical ability, which is one of the most important aspects in boxing, down to a T, as well as, of course, being heavyweights. They have power, like natural power and stuff like this. Whereas AJ, he started so late. And that kind of same as Wilder, right? He started late as well, so they have very much got parallels in boxing for that instance.
I think Dillian White. I think he's a bit washed now. I think he's like top 10.
He's not in that level.
Like top 5. He's probably about
Yeah.
top 7. He's probably about like 6th or 7th in the.
Yeah, and I think AJ will play with him. AJ might try a few things. He might, you do a bit more head movement, be a bit more technical, or he might just decide to steamroll him. I don't know. It's up to AJ what he wants to do. Yeah.
You say, he might decide to steamroll him, but he hasn't fought like that for a while. Number 2,
Yeah.
with this new style, this kind of reluctancy to
go in. Yeah.
and he's gun shy. Could that play in Dillian White's favor?
That's true. I guess
He wants to take your head off.
that's true. That's true. Yeah, that's a good point.
Joshua could get.
He could get knocked out. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it's interesting. I mean, I think Dillian White's well past it. I mean, that performance against Tyson Fury was pathetic.
Yeah. Oh my God, it was.
Was it just Tyson
So-
Fury's that good levels, But you'd expect him to put up a better fight.
Because Wilder put up a better fight, really, arguably against Fury than even Dillian White did.
You could argue that was a knockout in the first fight. That's why there's so
Yeah.
much intrigue. Because when someone goes like that, like, you could call it off.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. Yeah, because they were saying that the ref, obviously he did the countdown a bit slower, stuff like this, right? So, but
Joshua, I've got to agree with you. I think Joshua needs to outclass him. If we think he's got anything left, which he should do, as much as Joshua we think regressed in his style.
He's still a good boxer.
He's still got all
he's
the
still a good boxer.
attributes. He's still got the speed. He's still got the power.
He's still young. He's not old.
He's gained more experience. He's under Derek James now in Dallas, Texas.
Yeah.
So look, he's only 33. He's a young heavyweight.
He's a young heavyweight.
Perspective. You could look at it and think, as he's been through a few wars, is he still hungry? He's got loads of money, but he clearly is. He's willing to learn. He's out there in Texas. Look how he's from home, training with the likes of Errol Spence, Jamel Charlo, Brian Garcia, Frank Martin.
The names. Look at the names. Like
all these champions. So
yeah,
he's going to be learning,
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, before we move on, I'm like made of money. How many times I have to say it? $26.99. The Zone pay-per-view on top of my £10 a month The Zone subscription.
Bro, what is this? This is like a bloody. This is basically like a mobile phone bill, Like it's a bit ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. Like that's too much. I just think it's different if it's Deontay Wilder.
What, bro? What did it start on? Was it like $5 at one point, or has it always been at like £10?
What like the pay-per-view?
Because I remember, yeah.
Oh no, it was. I think it started on $2.99. No, but
$2.99, yeah.
That's just to test the market.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
But I mean, no, $10.99 is fine. Like I'm probably getting value for money because I have a few decent fights.
Yeah.
Month.
26. But that's more than double. That's almost 3 times.
I'm taking a piss. At least for subscribers, alright, go on, be cheeky, do another tenner. I wouldn't be happy.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
$26.99.
That's too much.
So really, you got to say to yourself, if you're doing stupid things like that, how is the Zone's model really working? Trying to make it a subscription like the Netflix or boxing. It's not really working. Right?
No, it's not at all.
But I mean, I'm not very happy with that. I'm not going to that fight because got a few holidays booked next month, so I need to, keep the expenses low. I'm not on your level yet. But yeah, let's move on to as well on the heavyweights. Yeah. Tyson Fury, Francis Ngannou is reportedly now expected to be announced very soon.
Oh, what a prick.
According to Ariel Hawaii, what is going on, mate? I mean, no, let's not be shocked. This is gonna happen, but I mean, just strip.
It's still shocking, though, right? Like, honestly, what is he doing? What is this guy doing? This guy, he kept saying. Remember what he said? He said, "I'm a man of the people. I box for the people. I do not box for money." He's been all about money since he's come back. Every fight, money, right? He won't fight Usyk because he wants money. He wants this, he wants that. Honestly, mate, you're a boxer first and foremost. Because your family you come from a family of boxers, yeah? That should be more important to you than the money. Because, bro, you have more than enough money. You have more money than most people have in their lifetime. You can go buy all the bloody Versace Armani suits you want, but where did it come from? It came from boxing. And you're not giving the fans what they want? Who the f are you, man? So who do you think you are? Like...
too much, right? We're just asking to fight Usyk.
We're just asking... Yes, your fans want to see you fight. This is where... Respect the fans, man. They made you. You were nothing. Who are you? You were just a gypsy clown. Seriously, bro. Not the Gypsy King, mate. So your fans made you, and you're not going to fight for them. You're not going to fight like Usyk. We've been waiting for 2 years almost for that fight, and now you're just not even fighting him. Like, it's a joke. And you're just basically going through now your career. You're not even that old, but you're wasting your peak years. You had a coke addiction before. You wasted 2 years. You came back. Fine, you did well. Got through depression. I understand what most. But yeah, now you're missing your prime, mate.
I think he's past his prime now.
Bro, he's past, man.
He's still not amazing, but
no, he's still but he, he's not the same boxer he was when he came back. He's just
slow down as well.
Yeah, he's not the same. He'll get caught if he keeps playing these games. He will get caught by a good boxer, and that'll be the end of his career because he keeps talking, "I'm undefeated, I'm this, I'm that." But the moment you get beaten, that's it. Look at Joshua. That's all will happen to him. It will change him, man.
Psychologically, doesn't it?
Yeah, man. He's not like Ali. Ali bloody he took a massive break because he didn't want to go fight in Vietnam. Like, what was the reason why are you taking time off? Those world champions from the past, they fought anyone that was stood up against them. Yeah, man, he's disappointed me, to be honest.
It's just I mean, what would the fight even be? Will it be like a mixed rules or I don't know, because like,
bro, it's just gonna be a showboat, isn't it? Like,
or what?
Yeah, you're gonna see Fury doing like all his swinging, his arm swinging crap, and doing like the Ali shuffle and stuff like that. That's it. That's all you're gonna see. Probably like them just getting in a little bit, mixing it, almost like wrestling, right? That's what these fights are.
Yeah.
They're like wrestling matches, and then you know what the real reason is? It's for bets.
Yeah.
Boxing, we don't talk about fixing enough in boxing. We can talk about it one day, but a lot of boxing matches are fixed, yeah, even to this day.
Talk about that in its own show one day.
Yeah, we need to do a show just on, because we can go in from the 50s to 40s about fixing, and this is just to make these like these special celebrity fights, yeah, let's say, they're even more fixed than the other fights, because that's where celebrities put bets on and they earn big money. You know,
talk about corruption in judges nowadays.
Yeah, corruption. This is next level corruption. Because in what world that's like, bro? Me playing Cristiano Ronaldo again in a 1-on-1 football match. Like, let's say I become a successful YouTuber and doing 1v1 against Ronaldo. Like, why would I do that? Why would he even do that? You know?
I guess the only argument is that he's the baddest. He's like the heavyweight. He was the heavyweight UFC champion, so he can strike.
Yeah.
He's got striking, but it's a different sport.
It's different, man. It's different. Like, what are the rules even going to be, bro? It's not like...
The thing is, right, it should, if they're going to do that, that's the fight you should make, like, just before you retire. So fight Usyk, fight Joshua, then retire. Or just fight Usyk, then have that fight.
Just clean up the division. Once you clean up the division, I don't even care, mate.
It's very... Like, if it wants to have that fight, that's fine, but vacate the belt.
Yeah,
you know, like look how many, like, all the top 10, they're waiting to fight him. They're trying to earn their shot. They're grinding. This guy's fighting Francis Ngannou, who's not even a boxer.
Yeah, and then not only that, right? They're gonna charge how much for subscription, like for pay per view.
Oh,
it's gonna be ridiculous, man.
You have to get your wallet out for that.
You know,
I'm not paying for that.
I'm not paying for that, mate. I'm gonna be streaming that. I'm gonna be streaming that, like. And the annoying thing is, bro, we are gonna watch it because I'm gonna put a bet on.
I'll watch it at yours. I can't afford that. Think about it. Come on, let's be realistic. If Joshua v. White is $26.99, Fury and God is going to be at least
like 60 quid, like 50, probably 30, 40 quid, yeah.
It's like turning to US.
Man. And like, with the cost of living crisis, yeah, how can people afford that financially? Like, okay, fine, me and you, yeah, fine. You know, we joke around, but we earn decent money. But what about people who literally just can't even afford their weekly food bill? Those poor people, how are they going to watch it? Boxing, like, sport should be for everyone, yeah? It's a joke. It's just a rip-off. It's an absolute rip-off, man. I can't believe he's fighting this guy, man.
It's like, and it's the fact that we know that he won't get stripped. Like Mauricio Sullivan, the WBC president, will not strip him. He's just, because they do what they want.
Yeah, they don't care. They know he thinks he will bring money into the sport, so they just allow him to do what he wants because he's the main attraction right now, unfortunately, and he doesn't want to even fight. Yeah. So the heavyweight division is kind of dead in some aspects. There's not enough like pull anymore, not like it used to be. You know? And I thought it was going to come back because like last year we had that Usyk fight, the Wilder fights. You know, Joshua, even though he was losing, his fights were interesting. But this year we've had nothing, so I don't know, man. It's a joke, really. It's sad because the heavyweight division is my favorite division. You know, as much as I like the other divisions for their technicality, speed, and stuff, the heavyweight division is exciting because of the knockout power.
It's fun, isn't it? That's the thing.
Yeah, it's just not there. It's just dead, man. You know?
I mean, what can we do? Eh? What can we do? But we'll move on to the next topic. So. Yeah, there's a couple of. I just want to get out the way. I watched it. I stayed up all night. Diego Pacheco from Mexico, 22-year-old prospect. He's fighting under Matchroom DAZN. Fought last night. Got a 4th-round knockout and TKO over Manuel Galejos, and he's looking like a problem, done. So this guy, he's at 168 pounds. He fought on the Liverpool. He fought in Liverpool about 3 to 6 months ago. He's got power. He's got speed. I'll send you some highlights.
Yeah, definitely.
With body shots. And this guy is 22. He's in Canelo's weight division. And and he's already top 5, top 10 ranked in all the boxing organizations. You know. So this, as much as we slate Eddie Hearn, look, he's got some good. Yeah, he's got fighters. You know.
Yeah.
And this is the US market he's fighting in. Well, I think this was in Mexico, I believe, but still, he's doing it worldwide. You know, not many promoters are doing that. So, I'm looking forward to see who Pacheco fights next. I think he can definitely have a step up in competition, but I do think there's no rush for him. We just want to enjoy his journey, enjoy his road to the top, and just see just continue to see, you know, these great performances and just, you know,
No,
showcase the talent, right?
yeah, it's always good to have like young fighters come through any division, right? Like especially exciting ones.
Yeah.
We've got good body shot, good movement, got a bit of power. That's what you want to
Oh,
see. That's what
definitely.
gets people on their feet. So yeah, that's good, man.
Yeah,
Fair play to
definitely.
Eddie Hearn there. Yeah,
Yeah, 100%. But let's move on to this weekend's fights. Yeah. So,
cancelled fights.
obviously, I was really looking forward to a fight of the year: Mantas Stanionis v Virgil Ortiz Jr. for the WBA regular or title. But it was Dallas, Texas. It was in, I believe, and
uh,
both top five welterweights. You know, both in their prime. Both come forward, body
yep,
punchers. You know, Virgil Ortiz 19-0, 19 knockouts. Stanionis
crazy, crazy
12
stats.
0, 12 or 13, I think 14-0, 9 knockouts, I believe.
Two-time world champion.
And I
Yeah,
feel for
yeah.
Stanionis. Look, this is the third time, and I'll let you speak in a second because you've done your research on Ortiz's issue. It's the third time it's fallen through in the last 12 months, and look, and they've all been due to Virgil Ortiz. I don't want to be too harsh. I think maybe one of the times was a Stanionis injury, but nonetheless, two times it was a Virgil Ortiz weight issues. You know, I think the beginning with he had like some disease
Yeah,
issue where
yeah,
he's struggling to make
long-term
weight.
COVID. Yeah,
Yeah, he's struggling to make the weight. He's fainting. He's hospitalized. And 2 days before the fight, it's cancelled. You know, I think he needs to move up to 154 pounds. He's a talented fighter. 19-0, 19 knockouts. He's got a decent
that's
resume
a
as well.
crazy record, man.
25 years of age, power
Yeah,
puncher. He's fought the likes of Michael McKinson, you know, Me Machine, Cal Velasquez. He's fought Maurice Hooker, sorry, former world champion. So look at his age, he's a hot prospect. He's the real deal. And I just think it's unfortunate that he can't, you know, make the noise in the welterweight division now, because with Spence Crawford happening, the belts will get fragmented after that fight,
yeah.
and it would have been an opportunity for him to become a world champion. There's a big fight against Jerron Boots Ennis. That would like a big future fight, and obviously he's fighting this weekend as well. But at the end of the day, if you can't make the weight, you can't make the weight. You need to move up in weight. So it's disappointing. What's your take?
I mean, yeah, it's a strange situation with him, right? Because he had long-term COVID, and like you said, he has another disease after that, associated with that. So this is probably the reason why he can't make the weight, I think. And we don't know how ill he is, because he was in hospital, wasn't he, a few months ago? So
now he's been
yeah,
hospitalized again.
yeah. But I think it could be related to that issue. So if this is the case, mate, I don't know how bad or how severe it is for him. So you know, he might need to take a year out, whatever, to recover. Because you know, boxing is physically demanding, and if you have got these type of issues, then you're never going to make the weight, and you're going to constantly be pushing fights back. So he needs to fully recover from this and see where he is before he probably fights again, to be honest, bro.
Well, yeah, of course. I guess it just comes down to, as much as we're annoyed as fight fans, as much as we're frustrated that this fight is not happening, it's health, isn't it?
It's health, yeah.
Health. We don't want to see him lose it. We don't want to see him
because bro, you're not going to see him at his best either, you know. And you want to see him at his best. You want to see him at his physical peak, because he's young as well. So yeah, if I was him, listen to your medical staff and recover. Do not make false promises. Do not try to book another fight in a few months. See where you are. Listen to the medical staff. If you need a year or half a year to recover, do that first.
Oh, for sure.
Totally yeah, you know, totally, because too many times fighters have died from not listening to their medical staff.
And you know that coming from that background, you know, you're in that industry.
Yeah, man. You know, so they need.
Bro, you the man.
So yeah, they do, bro. He needs to, you know. It's a shame, because you're right, that the more I research into the fight, the more exciting it sounds, and it is sad, but like you said, health is the most important thing. So yeah.
Simple as that. But on a positive note, so let's be positive. The welterweight division, obviously, this is the weekend of the welterweights, and the other fight that will be happening against two top 10. Well, Boots Ennis, people think he's the third best welterweight in the world after Crawford and Spence. If you haven't looked into him, yeah, look into him. Jerome Boots Ennis, he can switch hit. He's got power. He's got speed. He's got reflexes. He's got it all. 28-0. I think 26 knockouts.
Yeah.
He's genuinely a special talent. He hasn't. You could argue that he hasn't been promoted. He should be bigger than he is right now in terms of, name recognition. But he's only 1 or 2 fights off becoming world champion, and he's making noise in the US. A lot of Americans like him. He's fighting Roman Villa. Roman Villa is a top 10 heavyweight. He's what's his nationality? I can't remember now. I
think combined they have like 89% knockout record or something, don't they? So
exactly,
yeah,
Venezuelan.
yeah.
There it is, Venezuelan. I just couldn't get it out of my mouth. He's a killer. He is. Literally, I think he's. I can't remember his record now. He's. Let me just double check. He's got. He's a knockout puncher. And look, this fight's going to be. It's going to be really good. It's a step up for. It's a step up for. Jerome Boots Ennis. He's fighting someone who will come to fight someone who wants to take his head off, and someone who's going to challenge him, and for me, I was watching Villa's last performance, right? And okay, sorry, so Jerome Ennis is 30-0, 27 knockouts, and Roman Villa is 26 and 1. He's lost once, but he's got 26 wins, 24.
Their knockout power is ridiculous. That fight's going to be interesting. Like, are they gonna try to knock each other out in the first 2 rounds, or are they going to be tactical and try and because I think their previous fights they both went quite the distance, didn't they? So
exactly. So what happened was in Roman Villa's last fight, he fought someone called Rashidi Ellis, who's another American welterweight, and basically it was Rashidi Ellis and Jerome Ennis. Sorry, Rashidi Ellis. It sounds similar to Ennis, but Rashidi Ellis. Ellis, and Jerome Boots Ennis, who's fighting Villa now. It's supposed to be them two who are fighting. Like, that was the fight they were building up. Roman Villa shocked Rashidi Ellis because basically, I watched the fight the other day, mate. I still think Ellis won, but basically for a bit of context, what happened was Ellis was coming off like a 24 month layoff. And he was just toying with Villa, like literally won that first 8 rounds, just popping a jab, showboating, doing a bit of a dance, just playing with him like Mayweather Canelo. It was like that. But then after round 8, I don't know if he got tired, but Roman Villa Roman Villa was not cutting off the ring. He was just following. He's getting absolutely outboxed. 8 rounds, not maybe 7-1, but up to 8 rounds, he won. Villa maybe won 1 round max. After that, I don't know if I think Ellis started getting a bit tired. Rashidi Ellis, and then Roman Villa started to catch him. Body shots, started to hit him a little bit more. Long story short, mate, he won the last 9, 10, 11, 12, last 4 rounds. He got 2 knockdowns. 1 more should have counted in the 12th round. And the last knockdown in the 12th round, he was literally seconds away from being stopped. So obviously when you that's the thing, I need to brush up on my scoring, but 2 knockdowns that I counted, I still think if you've won the first 8 rounds, he still left it too short. Even if you won the first 4 rounds, the last 4 rounds, right? That's 8-4, which is 12 rounds, and he got 2 knockdowns. Even if from my knowledge, as a boxing fan, that's still not, even if the 3rd knockdown counted, which didn't, still wouldn't be enough to win the fight. But he won the fight on all 3 scorecards. Hence now he's fighting Jerome Ennis because he won. It would have been nice to have a rematch, but that's just a bit of context. So it's unfortunately Rashidi Ellis.
You're right. It probably would have been nice to have it. Yeah, but then I guess he won. So.
But Roman Villa still you can't count him out. He's fighting Boots Ennis. Look, I said it. I put a tweet out. In that fight between Villa and Ellis, I saw Villa, get outboxed. I saw him get caught. And Rashidi Ellis can punch, but he's not the biggest power punchers. And I think if he fights anywhere like that, if he struggles to cut off the ring, Jerome Ennis is going to play with him. Boots will play with him.
Yeah.
Boots he'll fight in orthodox, he'll fight in southpaw, he'll
Yeah.
pop the jab, he'll put it on him, he'll counter punch him, and I think he'll stop him. That's the thing. Villa hasn't been stopped. He's tough. He's a warrior. I think he can potentially get stopped, and I think Boots is that
No,
special.
like,
So
yeah. It sounds like it's going to be a very interesting fight, especially tactically. I think.
100%. But if you
Yeah.
are awake, try and watch it. But otherwise, we'll catch up on it tomorrow. But
Yeah. Highlights.
I mean, the last thing really I wanted to talk about. I mean, we probably missed a few bits. So much has happened this week. We've gone through the
Mate,
main
so
bits,
much
but
has happened. Really, it's crazy.
I wanted to talk about Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson. You know, you've done your research. You know, you're a big fan of both. I know they're two of your favorite boxers. Devin Haney, undisputed. Like, what's funny, mate? I know, all right, fine. I know. Okay, sorry. I know it's Tyson Fury. My bad. There he is. Like Tyson Fury. That's a favorite boxer. That was my bad.
Take that poster down, man. Why is it even there? Like, seriously.
Oh, don't tell me about it. I was on a boxing stage. I was getting all violated. I was a poster. I was like, mate, it's like
Jesus,
one poster
mate.
out of like 15. I was like, relax. It's not like a big like. It's just him knocking out, Wilder. It's a memory, I was in Canada when I watched that. But just finishing off with this, we could have really started with it. It's the back end of the week, but there was bigger things to talk about. But look, you saw it. The undisputed champion, Devin Haney, 135 pounds, lightweight.
Yeah.
He's weighing up his options. A lot of people think Lomachenko should have won that fight. It was a close fight. Could have went either way. The reason why an instant rematch isn't happening is because Devin Haney is huge for the weight, and he's probably looking to move up to 140. 140, obviously, Teofimo Lopez has just been crowned WBO champion. He might be retired, but we don't really believe that. Eddie Hearn's also got Regis Prograis, so Eddie Hearn's offered that fight for Devin Haney. But then Devin Haney's also got big fights against the likes of Tank Davis when he comes out of jail at 135 pounds. That's a huge mega fight. He's got Shakur Stevenson.
When is he coming out of jail? They say. Yeah.
No, nothing at the moment. He should be out soon, hopefully. He's got money. That's money talks, isn't it? But no, it's true, unfortunately. But
yeah, no, it's true. It's very true, especially in America.
Even he didn't get done for the hit and run. Like, it was a president, maybe. Like, any other person would be locked up.
Yeah, of course. The life prison.
But look, he offered Devin Haney's team. They offered Shakur Stevenson, who's, you've seen my videos on him, one of the best young fighters in boxing. People call him the next Mayweather. He beats everyone. And he's offered him a split 75 25. 75 25.
Yeah. But he said that's a lie, right? That's what I read today. Shakur, he said that's a lie, like, because I think he was saying, oh, that never happened. They didn't offer me that much money. Yeah.
Well, I think number one, I think he's not happy if it is true, which I think it is. I don't think he's happy with the 25%, because I think, look, he's a pound for pound fighter. He's a 2-weight world champion. He's one of the best boxers in the world. I think at least offer him 30%. 70-30, 60-40, 70-30, that's fine. But I think it's just because 25% is taking the piss a bit. But what do you make of that? Because there's two viewpoints of them. These are the two questions for you, and I want you to answer. If you're Shakur Stevenson, you know your value. Would you take the fight at 25%? Because look, it's a chance to become, it's a chance for greatness. And if you know you'll beat him, or do you not take the fight, but then kind of get criticised? I've been being in a position he is now, where he can't really get an opponent, and he's it's one of them, isn't it? If he knows his worth.
I mean, potentially you take the fight, and it will open up way more doors for you. So, but then 25% is so low, man. That's
like him.
Someone who's that.
Who a lot of people would put him in a favourite.
Yeah,
I think
I think, like you said, 30%, 40%. But again, that's a huge jump, isn't it?
I don't know, because I guess the point is, look, people are saying Devin Haney went to Australia twice. He took the smaller cut to become undisputed against George Kambosos after Kambosos beat Teo, and he said they're saying he done it. But I mean,
that's different, isn't it? He's different, different situation. So
different. He wasn't proven a Shakur Stevenson.
No, and Shakur Stevenson,
percentage. People are comparing it, so it must have been like a shortcut, but I'm not sure if it's 25% or
and people really rate Shakur, so that's going to in itself bring more money to the fight anyway. So
exactly.
It's not like he's fighting a nobody where it's all on him to promote, and he's the main guy. Like, I don't know, any big fighter fighting a smaller fighter. This is like, arguably, Shakur's going to bring just the same probably amount of people to this fight as he would. So,
100%.
So
100%.
for promotion, so yeah, definitely 25% is too low in my opinion. That's a bit ridiculous. That's like he's just not taking Shakur seriously. Then is he? That's what it sounds like.
Yes,
for that sort of value.
See, really good point, because I missed that actually. That's a big point. Or is Haney giving him that, knowing that Shakur won't accept that?
Yeah, this is what I was going to lead. Yes, because he didn't fight. To dodge it.
Yeah, that's what I
to dodge it. Yeah.
I think
to dodge it.
He can say, "Oh, he made the offer," but he knows Shakur won't take that. So then he'll be like,
"No, he knows." Yeah,
you don't want to fight.
Yeah. Because he's trying to like do it like so he's not the bad guy, but so he can put it all on Shakur. Like, oh, this guy, he wants to come to my level. He's not taking the right amount of money. Blah blah. So yeah, this is a way to dodge a fight, really. Almost similar to Fury and Usyk, right? Like Fury saying, "Oh, I offered Usyk this." Yeah. Fury's more obvious. This is a bit more slight. Yeah. 100%. Yeah.
I mean, look. Let's see if
just give me 1 second. 1 second.
No. I mean, guys, whilst Don's just gone, look, what do you make of Ryan Garcia calling Regis Prograis? I mean, look, if it seems like Ryan Garcia's he's put his hands up, and he probably knows he can't get out of the DAZN contract or Golden Boy contract. So I mean, look, if they're both on DAZN, but both it should be easy to make. Ryan Garcia v Regis Prograis for the WBC super lightweight title, but is Garcia ready for that? He clearly wants a world title shot. I think he should have one fight against perhaps Hitchens or someone like that, and I think it'll be a great fight. Just catch up, Don. I was just saying that Ryan Garcia called out Regis Prograis today. I think it's a great fight for him to have that.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's good for Garcia.
Let me know what you think. Would you like to see? Who would you like to see Ryan Garcia face next?
How do you think Garcia is like now? Like with his mentality after the last fight? Do you think
he's hungry?
He's hungry. He's young, isn't he? So
for him to join Derek James as well, like AJ.
Like AJ, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
In Dallas, Texas, it means he wants to improve. He wants to learn.
He's a good fighter. He's definitely a good fighter. Yeah, he's got a lot of talent.
For sure, mate.
He's probably learned from the previous fight. Yeah.
100%. And then I think this talks about Joe Cordina fighting Zelfa Barrett, I believe, soon. So that'll be a great fight. Domestic world level fight at 130 pounds for the IBF super featherweight world championship. So I mean, if that happens, I think Zelfa's more than ready to fight Joe Cordina. I think Zelfa looked great against Rakimov, but he just fell short. He got a bit of an injury. Joe Cordina, one of the best UK fighters, one of the best UK world champions right now, one of the best fighters coming out of this country. He's very talented, and that'll be a great fight, guys. Let us know what you make of that fight. And then last thing I want to kind of say is, I mean, we've covered loads. I mean,
covered a lot.
We covered a lot. I mean, Eddie Hearn, I think he's obviously made the offer as well to. So Ryan Garcia is calling out Regis Prograis. If we're talking about Devin Haney, obviously, Eddie Hearn's made him offer. So it'll be interesting if he takes the Eddie Hearn offer, because that will allow Devin Haney to fight for the WBC title at the weight above to become a two-weight world champion. So he might do that. But other than that, guys, look, I think we've covered so much. Sorry it's late. It's coming out. Obviously, this is coming out on a Saturday today. A day later, Don was traveling. Mr. Worldwide, Mr. Businessman,
Mr. Global. Let's go. Let's go.
Money Mayweather. Big Dion. Dexter. But guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Check out Don's channels. I'll put them in the description below. And
check out our podcast, actually, mate. We got another podcast.
Go on, shout out. Shout out.
Yeah, we got a podcast all about it. We talk about everything, really, from like movies to football to everything. So check it out. We'll put the links down below. We're also on the second episode on that as well. So yeah, cracking on.
Third episode will be out next week.
Yep, next Wednesday, 4 p.m.
Thanks
every week,
guys, and we're out.
Peace.
what's her name? Talking numbers on the phone while I'm getting brains. Switch 4 lanes, I'm in my own lane. You can catch me riding